Okay, done. I'm ready from this side. Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to start our new chapter of the Unit 2, Forms of Business Organization, the Chapter 2.6, Formation of a Company, Various Stages. In the previous chapter, in 2.5, Company Organization, you just come to know that what is the meaning of company, what are its types, what are OPC, means one person company, what are its merits as well as drawbacks. You just come to know full-fledged and each and every information about the company. But today, how the company is formed, the formation of a company is a complete legal process that is restricted by the law. Whatever the rules, regulation, provisions given under Company Act 2013 are to be followed at the time of formation of a company. But in case of sole trade, in case of partnership, it is not required, but legal procedure is to be followed at the time of formation of a company, because company has a separate legal entity and it is an artificial person created by the law. So it is very much compulsory to understand what are the procedure, what are the steps are to be taken at the time of formation of a company. Look at the screen carefully, it's floating there. The following are the steps are to be followed at the time of formation of a company. A. Promotion. B. Incorporation or registration. C. Commencement of business. Let's start with the promotion. That what is promotion and what are its various stages. If I talk about promotion, today when the competition is at its peak, it is not an easy task to establish a new business. Yes, everybody knows that today in this time, in this modern era, there is a cutthroat competition you find in the market. Lot of competitors are there, their policies are so fabulous, it is not easy to compete with those who have a very full-fledged, long-lasting businesses and occupy a very strong place in the market. Any individual or a group of individuals who want to establish a new business should take this decision only after a thorough and deep thinking. Any business which has been established after a deep and thorough thinking has more chances of getting success. Now the main question arises, that is, what is deep and profound thought is to be done about? This is done mainly for the type of business. Please underline the size of business, place of business, ownership, and related to capital, etc. All the efforts made to establish a new business unit are collectively called the promotion. So what is promotion? Promotion means all those collective efforts are to be made to establish a new business unit, that is known as promotion. And the person who performs all these functions of promotion are known as the promoters of the company. A promoter thinks of establishment of the business and establish the business too. Nowadays, due to increasing the competition and government interference, the process of establishing a new business has become so complicated that the services of specialists are taken. Some individuals and organizations are more involved in the work of promotion. They always look for new ideas and try to implement these ideas in the best possible manner. In this manner, they promote business and sell it to the desirous persons. I'm repeating once again, what is the basically meaning of promotion? It stands for all those activities which give existence to a business unit. First of all, an idea born in the mind of an individual or a group of people all together regarding establishment of a business, then they convert that idea into reality and perform certain preliminary functions. Preliminary function means the functions or the activities are to be done before the formation of a company is known as preliminary functions that are to be performed as well. And this idea can, before establishing, three types of business. One is sale and purchase of finished goods or trading business. Convert the raw material into finished product, that is known as the manufacturing business. And the third one is the service business. Which kind of businesses unit can be maintained? It may be the trading unit, it may be the manufacturing unit, it may be the service unit. These are the three types of business that can be converted into reality. If you have any idea regarding trading business, you want to have sale and purchase only, then go for the trading business. If you want to have an idea influencing your mind related to manufacturing something, then you have to go for the manufacturing business for converting the raw material into finished product. And if you want to go for the services facilities for the service sector, then the tertiary sector, that is known as service sector or the service businesses, is to be done. In the toolkit, an appropriate meaning about promotion is given to you. Let's read. It refers to the sum of total of all those activities which are necessary for bringing the company into existence. What is promotion? It refers to the sum total of all those activities which are necessary for bringing the company come into existence. Again, I'm telling you there is a difference between meaning and definition. In the paper, if you get the 1 mark question, what do you mean by promotion? Write this meaning that is given in the toolkit. But if you find the 1 mark question, define promotion, then you have to mark one of the definition with the name of the scholar, and the the wording of the definition will be as it is given by the scholars. You can't manipulate those words at all. So there are two definitions. One is from the Guthman and Toggle, and other is Gustman has given with that. You have to do one of the definitions that you feel easy to learn. After learning the meaning of promotion, the meaning of promoter in toolkit 18 is given to you. That should be clear to you as well. It refers to that person or a group of person who perform various functions to bring the business unit into existence. Those are the activity. Promotion are the activities. We can compare both of the meaning. It refers to the person or group of person. It refers to the total of those activities which are necessary for bringing the company into existence. But this is a group of person who performs various functions to bring a business unit into existence. So what are the stages of performance? There are the different stages which are classified in 4 types, right? Of the conception of the business down to bringing into operation. These are the various activities which are needed to be performed. All these activities are which need to perform. All these activities are included in promotion. These have been classified into following 4 categories. Means these are the stages of promotion. I just want to recall what we have started. We have started the chapter formation of a company, various stages, in which we just come to know that the company is an artificial person that is created by law. So, as per the Company Act 2013, there are so many legal formalities are to be done, and an appropriate legal procedure is to be followed for the formation of a company. And this consists of 3 steps. One is promotion, second is incorporation, and third is commencement of business. We have started with the promotion first. That what is meaning of promotion? What is the definition of promotion? And what is the meaning of promoters? After learning the meaning of promotion as well as promoter, we have to learn that what are the stages of promotion, that what are the steps to be taken at the time of promotion of a business or a company. That are 4 categories are there. One is discovery of new ideas. In the promotion, the first step is to be taken, that is discovery of new idea, means a new idea is to be discovered. The promotion of a business starts with the discovery of a new idea. The new idea comes into the mind by observing the deficiency of some product in the market or about a product which has not been launched yet. The promotion of a business starts with the discovery of a new idea. The new idea can come into the mind by observing the deficiency of some product or about the product which has not been launched yet. Related to this, I just want to share a small story with you. There is a company which has two managers, or you can say two companies are there. Once they send their marketing agents or their promoters to an island, the promoter or the marketing agent of the company A went to the island and they have seen that the people there have no shoes in their feet. They are wandering here and they are moving from one place to another place without shoes. Both are the shoe manufacturing companies. The marketing agent or the promoters who has influenced the idea of manufacturing the shoes, they want to explore the market there, and their experts said nobody is in habit to wear the shoes there, so don't find any market there. If we have the shoe factory there, we don't have any benefit, there will be no demand. On the another side, the company B, when their promoters went there on that island, they have seen nobody has shoes in their feet. They feel that they have to take the first mover advantage here. They have to introduce a new product which make their feet comfortable. They feel so easy while moving from one place to another place. They feel comfort in their foot. So we have to grab this market, because in this market we get a lot of consumer of the product, that is shoes. So what is here? Discovery of a new idea. Company A have not discovered that idea that the company B discovered there. Company A has seen the situation from different point of view, that can be say the negative as well as, or without exploring the opportunity, while the company B has a different point of view and they explore the idea, they discover a new idea of having a good market of shoes there. So what do you learn from here? That promotion has the first step, that is the discovery of a new idea. Promotion always starts when the idea influenced in your mind, discovered in your mind, by observing the deficiency of some product in the market or about a product which has not been launched yet. I hope you just come to know and understand the meaning of these lines by listening the example. For discovering a new idea, help can be taken from some professionals, inventors, trade association, government bureaus, or journals. At this step, through a preliminary search, it can be found whether the business can be run successfully or not. Further steps are to be taken after being satisfied with the possibility of success of the business. So company B had discovered the idea, they explore the market there, and they just come to know there is a deficiency of shoes manufacturing company is there, and they will run a very good business. They will have a lot of demand of the shoes there, so they explore the market there. Detailed investigation. After having done the preliminary investigation, a detailed investigation is carried out to the actual position, means how much will be the demand. During the process of which kind of product is to be demanded there, what is the lifestyle of the people there, What is the earning capacity and paying capacity, purchasing power of the people there, and product is to be manufactured accordingly. If we find in that type of market, we find the economic class as well as rich class, then what type of product, or whether the one type of product who has the majority of the consumer there, we can start a business. Moreover, it depends on the nature of the resources we have. So during the process, the information is collected. Please underline about the demand of the product, availability of the raw material, cost of raw material, need of machinery, possibility of competition, reason of sale of product, expected sale price, expected profits, government policy, about the business, availability of labor, estimation of capital required, possibility of getting finance, size of business, place of business, etc. A report is prepared through scrutiny about all these facts is called the project work. Scrutiny means here by analyzing each and everything. This report helps in getting licenses and finance from the government. If the decision is taken in favor of new ideas, then further proceedings are undertaken. Otherwise, the idea is dropped and discovery of some other idea is started. So, if you feel like that whatever the idea that you have discovered, you analyze each and everything about that, you did the detailed investigation, and after doing detailed investigation, you find that the idea is excellent, that is very good, then you should proceed. Or if you feel that no, idea is not as much good, or it should be dropped, then you should drop the idea and discover some other idea or new idea and come back to the step one. But if you feel that the idea is good and you have to proceed, the next step is to be taken assembling different factors. After having satisfied himself with the possibility of success of business being established on the basis of new idea, the promoters start assembling the different factors. For this, he has to contact various persons, specialists of the organization, and after doing so, he enters into contracts with them, and these contracts are mainly for the raw material, building, machinery, etc. Means after having that, after getting satisfied that whatever the idea that you have discovered is absolutely perfect, then if the company want to proceed with that idea, related factors are to be assembled there, and those factors can be related to the various persons and specialists related to specialists as well, and mainly the raw material, building, machinery, these are to be assembled at that. Then financing the proposition. Before commencing any of the business, enough capital is required for financial planning is done. The main things which are to be determined in financial planning are total amount of capital, various sources of capital, time of collecting money. If the capital is collected by issuing the shares or debenture, then the types of share and debentures are determined. In this manner, contracts are signed with banks and underwriter. In case of public limited company, the legal formalities related to the issue of capital are to be completed. In this manner, after making the arrangement for the capital, the business become operational, and here the work of the promotion ends. After assembling the resources, the finance is to be determined as well as the sources are to be analyzed to collect the finance. And it is specifically given here in the third last line. In case of public company, legal formalities related with the issue of capital are completed. In this manner, making of arrangement for the capital of the business become operational, and here the work of promotion ends. In this way, these are the various 4 steps are to be taken. 4 stages are there of promotion. I'm just revising the point. What are the steps are to be taken in promotion? First is discovery of new idea. Second is detailed investigation. Third is assembling the different factors. And the fourth is financing the proposition. Now, if I talk about the steps taken under the formation of a company, the various stages for the formation of a company, the first is a promotion. Second is incorporation or registration. After the promotional activities, after doing the promotion, the incorporation or registration is to be done. It is the second stage of formation of a company, is incorporation or registration of a company. Under this, after performing certain initial activities and the documents are to be submitted in the office of registrar. Thereafter, a certificate of incorporation is received after depositing a certain fees. A company comes into existence only after incorporation, means only after registration. Till the time company is not incorporated, it cannot be called a company from the legal point of view until or unless it get registered. When the company get incorporated or registered, then it is known as a company or called as a company from the legal point of view. The procedure of incorporating a company can be divided into the following parts. Number 1, preliminary activities. What are those preliminary activities? Before approaching to the registrar of incorporation, the following preliminary activities are to be performed. One is registered office. First of all, it is decided in which state of the company's registered office will be located, and this decision is taken by the promoters. It is necessary to do so because the company is registered in the state only where it has been its registered office. Second, to decide the name of the company. For deciding the name of the company, it should be confirmed from the registrar office whether the permission for the name can be granted or not. Though the name of the company is selected by its owner, yet it should be in accordance with the Section 20 of Indian Company Act. Hence, the name of the company should not be similar to the name of some already existing company. So it should not be objectionable to the central government, and at the end of the name of the company, the word limited should be used. So in incorporation, first of all, the preliminary activities are to be done, and in preliminary activities, first of all, registered office is to be decided that where, in which state the company is registered. And second is to decide the name of the company, and name should not be similar as already existing company. To get the license under the Industrial Development and Regulation Act 1951. And keeping in mind that the balanced development of the country, the government has passed the above act and in 1953 made some amendment in it. If the company is going to start any such business for which getting license is compulsory, then an application should be sent on a prescribed form to get such a license. Such application should be sent to the Secretary, Trade and Industry Ministry, Government of India, New Delhi. Fourth, to make necessary appointment. The underwriters, brokers, bankers, legal advisor, auditors, etc. are appointed, and the name of the people who will be signing the memorandum of association are decided. Fifth, preliminary activity is to be done for the incorporation is to get the important documents prepared. The memorandum of association and article of association are to be prepared and printed. The sixth preliminary activity is to be done sending application to the registrar. After completing the above mentioned preliminary work, the promoter of the company present an application for registration to the registrar of the company. of that state where the company has its registered office. Now, after completing all the preliminary activities, the documents are to be filled with registrar. Along with the application, the following are the documents are to be filed. Documents are to be filed with the company registrar, and these documents are memorandum of association, article of association, information about registered office, list of director, written consent of directors, undertaking regarding qualification of shares, preliminary agreement with managerial personnel, and statutory declaration. So the second step is to be done at the time of incorporation, means arrangement, or the documents are to be filed with registrar. To the company registrar, these documents are to be filed. Let's learn that what are these documents. Number one, memorandum of association. It is very important document. No company can be incorporated without memorandum of association. It defines the objective of the company and determines the limit of the authority. From one mark point of view, please underline this. What is the objective of memorandum of association? The objective of memorandum of association is to determine the limit of the authority. It also defines the objective of the company as well as determines the limit of the authority. The memorandum of association has certain basic points, and on the basis of them, the company incorporation is permitted. In public limited company, minimum 7. In public limited company, minimum 7, and in private limited company, minimum 2 people should sign this document. Each signatory must have at least 1 share each. This should carry the necessary stamps also. So it is all about the memorandum of association. The next document is to be filled, that is article of association. In this document, the rules are mentioned for fulfilling the objective mentioned in the memorandum of association to run the company in proper manner. The article of association should be printed and divided into paragraphs. For a public company, it is not necessary to prepare the article of association. If required, it can accept table A in place of article of association. In this condition, while sending the memorandum of association to the registrar, registered without the article of association should be mentioned. I'm repeating, if required, it can be accept table A in place of article of association, and in this condition, while sending the memorandum of association to registrar, registered without article of association should be mentioned. The next is information about registered office. The information about the place and the situation of the company's registered office is sent to the registrar office. This information has to be provided within the 30 days of registration. Next is the list of directors. A list of directors, those individuals who have agreed to work as directors of the company, is sent to the registrar. In this list, names, addresses, and other details of these individuals are to be mentioned. In the case of private company, this information is not required. Written consent of director. Along with the list of director, the written consent of these individuals should also be sent. In case of private company, no such consent is required to be sent. And the next one is undertaking regarding qualification share. Along with the written consent of the director, another information is to be sent in which the promise is made by the director to take the qualification shares and making the payment of those shares. In case of private company, there is no such information is required to be sent. Preliminary agreement with the managerial person. If the company is managed by the directors, managing director, managers, secretaries, and treasurer, then a copy of the contract with them is filed in the office of registrar. A private company is not required to file this information, because we know every time that the government company, the public company has more legal interventions, so that's why they have to fulfill the more requirements by law. Statutory declaration. At the time of incorporation of a company, a statutory declaration means legal declaration is to be sent to the registrar indicating that all statutory obligations have been completed. Meanwhile, I just want to discuss the meaning of the qualification shares with you, that is given in toolkit 19. It refers to those shares which under the provision of the act and the directors are required to buy, ensuring to have some stake in the proposed company. I'm repeating, it refers to those shares which under the provision of the act the director are required to buy, ensuring to have some stake in the proposed company. This is all about the qualification shares that are always holded by the directors or the board of directors of the company. So this is all about that we did. First, promotion and its various stages, then incorporation, and in incorporation we have done all the preliminary activities are to be done. What are the preliminary activities are to be done? The second we have done, what are the documents are to be filled with registrar. We have further points, that is payment of prescribed fees and capital subscription, that we will discuss tomorrow. I request Pradeep sir to allow the student to have their queries if they have in this topic till the date. If you have any query regarding this topic,